Welcome back, guys, to a Toy Squad Originals. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk about a Star Wars story, and it's going to be on Mr. Vin'ss sitting right here, Mr. Super Duper Mud Trooper. And this isn't just a custom toy video. There's going to be a story. There's going to be, at the end, I'm going to show how I painted it, what I did to make this custom come to life, to make him into an actual character. The story is going to be narrated by Fanboytone. There's going to be toy photography along the way. All the music is brought to you by DUBBZ, DUBBZ808 on Instagram. Check them out down in the description. And if you guys want any beats, any sounds for your videos, then reach out to them. You can use it on all your social media platforms. If you have an opener or closer for your video, and you guys are just looking for somebody to do that for you, reach out to him. And if you say that I sent you, then you get a discount. But without further ado, Fanboytone is going to narrate the story for this guy. There's going to be toy photography also along the way. And then at the end, I'm going to do the breakdown. I'm going to show you guys what I did and actually show you the paints and all the painting that I did. So without further ado, Fanboytone, take it away.
It was by chance that Kareth literally ran into Vin. At the time, he had been a mechanic for one of the lesser-known families of Coruscant, which still means more money than whole systems in the galaxy. That day, he'd been working on an old mid-level luxury yacht on level 2466. The young woman abruptly ran into and attempted to hide from local street gangs. They could smell fresh blood. She was a mess, crying, frantic, and completely unaware of the type of danger she was in. He hid her in the yacht right before he dealt with the pestering street gangs himself. He had been security for a small crime family years prior and trained in many different forms of fighting. He left most of that life behind when he found decent work, his current employer. He manhandled the thugs quickly and went to her side. After that day of rescue, his employer not only saw what happened, but even knew who he had helped. He did have security cameras for a reason. Word travels fast in a flowing society like the one on Coruscant. It was well known the daughter of a rich family plundered their pockets and was disowned. The next day, Vin was jobless and homeless as well. The girl, her name was Kareth, was angry and hungry for revenge. She convinced him to set forth with her. Vin could reconnect with his old life. And maybe, just maybe, they could make some money. She had connections as well. Together, they could survive. And maybe, just one more maybe, they could form a plan on how to get back what was taken from her. And for him, a new life.
Guys, now I did start this a little bit ahead of before I started filming, and I just wanted to kind of jump into it and see what pieces I had, what would work, and then I just started putting stuff together without recording it. So I added on some soft goods. This is just an old t-shirt that I used as his cape because he's kind of, you know, kind of thrown together type of guy. He's not really with a certain, like, he's not really with any type of allegiance or anything like that. I used some chrome pen on him. He did have strings from his hoodie, so I just took some sandpaper, and this was only 150 grit, something like that, and just kind of sanded this area. So I'm gonna end up, I'm not sure if I'm gonna paint some of this. I did the chrome on it, but I'm gonna paint some of it also with the this right here, the olive. And it's a Model Masters, so definitely check that out. And then I'm gonna make the whole crew. This whole crew for this group are gonna kind of have the same color scheme, so they're not with any type of empire. They're not with the resistance. They're just their own thing, and so but they're still gonna match up as best they can with the stuff that they find and the stuff that they gear up with along the way. So with this, you know, the body's really cool. This is actually a cast. And I'm not sure who made the cast, but this was actually repainted by Chevy 2, my buddy Colin. He repainted that, so I'm going to try to match it as close as I can to this undershirt and such. And this thing was a pain in the ass to get off, or not this, but the head that was actually on this Reaper was a pain in the ass to get off. But I did think out of all the bodies that Overwatch had, like I said, this is like a $10 figure, so it was cheap, it was easy to get, since they're on clearance everywhere. And I thought this was the closest thing to like a Black Series type of style that I could use, kind of making him like a super mud trooper type of look, but with his own story. Thank you to my boy Fanboytone for coming up with a story for this guy and his name. Like I said, he does all the character development. I throw in my 2 cents, and then I actually make the actual character. So we're gonna go ahead and just start adding some paint on this guy. Alright, so at the beginning of this video, I'm sure you guys have seen him already finished. I had a little bit of powder and just kind of give him the final touches that I'm looking for when I do my weathering. So I use this right here. And I'm going to use a little bit of the oil stain, the burnt rust, maybe some of the blue on the pants. This is a good palette for this actual thing that I'm doing. And I buy these little makeup things because they're just like, it comes with one of these. But since there's 3 colors, I like to keep them all separate. Obviously not so much, but you know, I use this for this. I must have used a little bit on that. So you can have like a couple brushes that you can fit in here.